these two ladies at a network meeting
Right.
came over to me, and he said, your show was really good, but we missed Dimples. Good evening, everybody. I just got the finger from Jim.
It's all part of the story.
Right.
Hey everybody, it's Darren from the Business Power Hour. I'm not going to be in the studio tonight. I'm traveling.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Business Power Hour with Darren and the Music Man, except Darren's not here.
I'm here.
No,
I'm
you're
right
not
here.
Does anybody see that? Darren is not here. Darren is away.
I am right here, right
Be quiet
next
for
to
a
you.
second. You're not here.
What?
I don't know if you got lucky.
Not the really interesting question.
That's a fantastic question, Norman.
Wow. See, I got fantastic. You just got good. I got fantastic.
Show's about him, so let's focus on that.
We are.
Were you drinking before the show?
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
There we go. We got it.
It's good.
No, it's...
Now we got. Well,
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Smother it.
So, I think you got some music out there.
It's making noise.
It's making music.
is it?
Yeah. That's so sweet. That's so sweet of you, Darren.
By the way, this is a Yankee station.
It's a
Thank
Yankee
you.
station. John,
Thank you.
it's a Yankee station.
All right.
Unfortunately,
We got bugs in here. What's going on?
I don't know.
Do you spray? Get an
It's
exterminator?
that time of year where you're getting bugs and stuff. As long as we don't have bees, I'm good.
Yeah, all right. That's.
But
We have a lot of undulations out in the field. Undulations.
Is that a wine?
it's,
What the hell is undulation?
Fred, don't use big words. Hey, right? So this.
Help.
I gotta give him a cough button, Jim. What do you think?
Cough
Because-
button would be a good idea. Consider that a good question that he asked?
Great question.
There
There you go. I got
Pythons
one.
and brains.
You're double D?
I'm double D. Show's about him, so let's focus on that.
We are. Hey, give me some. Give me some. Give me some loving.
How are you, Music Man?
Hello, Darren. How are you?
I'm fantastic.
I'm
this week.
absolutely convinced. I'm absolutely convinced that
telling
you
you.
got some kind of brain damage when you had that thing last year.
I'm telling you that, and he called. And
It's not classy, but classy.
Seeing interviews by Darren and the Music Man. Ladies and gentlemen, Darren Raffay and Norman Wasserman.
Let's do this.
Yeah. Good evening, Mr. Music Man. How are you?
Hey, Darren, what's up, my man? Haven't spoken to you for a week. How are you?
I know. It's been literally a week since we've spoken. Busy.
Busy
Good
good?
evening, Mr. Music Man. How are you? Extremely busy.
Is busy good? Busy good? Busy not good?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's kind of like tax season, the end of tax season all over again. So it's interesting. Let's put it that way.
All right, interesting is good, I guess. You're
Yeah.
still smiling, so I guess all
Well,
that is
I'm
good.
always smiling. I love my life. So what's there not to smile about? Right?
You got me.
You
got
know,
me.
How are you doing? I know you got a lot going on right now.
Yeah, it's been kind of crazy with this virtual show stuff that we got going on. We're gonna have some clarity about that this evening, and I got a special offer going out there to the Business Power Hour fans tonight. One that they will not be able to resist.
Wait a second. Special offer? You're giving a
Special,
offer?
special.
Is it
special
snowing
deal.
outside?
I'm sorry?
Is it snowing outside?
Not here. How about you?
I mean, it's got to be because you got a special offer going out.
I got some Eskimos here, but it's not snowing. Is that the point you were trying to get?
That's the point. That's the point I was trying to get to, my friend.
All right. Well, the point that we got to get to now is introduce our guests for the evening.
Yes.
And,
We got two great guests tonight.
we've got two great guests. I would suggest to the business people out there, grab a pencil and a pad. You're going to want to get in touch with this gentleman that's on tonight. Even though we got two guests, we're all kind of like connected in a way, but he is a Desert Storm Iraqi war vet, lieutenant, and we're going to introduce him in a few seconds. But right now, if Darlene, do we got Darlene up? Is she there? Is she not there?
She is here. Hold on, that's me. I'm gonna
Let's get Darlene up and we'll
Darlene
introduce
should
her.
be on now.
I should be good.
Hey,
All right, you are good. Hey, Darlene. Hey, look, there's Charlie. Charlie's
Hey,
here, too.
guys.
Darlene,
Good
Charlie, you
evening.
just take a break for a second. You just, go back and eat something or whatever. Darlene,
Okay.
Yes.
this is to everybody out there. This is Darlene Fallis. I've known Darlene for over 10 years now. And actually, I did some work for her many, many years ago. And that's how we got together. I did one of my shows. Darlene used to be a travel agent. And she had a really large travel agency, and she called Friend Entertainment and asked us to please do a private concert on what cruise ship were we on?
We were on the NCL, Norwegian.
And we did, back in the days, I was doing oldies and doo-wop at that time. And this was a real rock and roll show. The waves literally were 30 feet high. I don't know, you remember?
Oh,
we were
I
sweating.
remember.
Oh my God, that was like really, really scary.
Wait a second.
Going
You
back
had
and
him.
forth on the stages. Oh, it was an experience.
So how many groups did you have?
4 or 5.
Yeah.
4 or
It was a good
5?
time.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was a really good show.
How long was the cruise?
So a week.
A week, 7 days. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's
It almost
cool.
lasted forever the way the waves were going. We might not have made it.
As soon as you
But,
hit Cape Hatteras, it all went rocky after that.
So
it was-
Cape Hatteras and
kinda
that.
crazy. It was
So
crazy.
anyway, Darlene, I know you're short on time tonight, and I want to thank you for joining us. So
Happy
tell us-
birthday to your daughter.
Yes,
Thank
happy
you.
birthday to your daughter.
And
So
thank you
tell
for
us a
having
little
me.
bit about what's going on and how you're involved with him again. I don't know why, but why
Neither
are you
do I.
involved with him all over again?
Listen, Darren, there is no ice in the winter with Norman, okay?
That's correct.
I
But we're gonna give away some ice tonight.
And 15 years, Norman, we know each other 15 years. We ran
like
into
yesterday.
just like yesterday, and we ran into each other 2 years ago, and we said, what are we going to start doing together? And we started in January of this year, putting together some really, really exciting shows. We put together a legend show, which Norman will go into later on. But we've been putting, then Corona hit and we got sidelined. And as my friend killed, and as my friend there will tell you, the theme song on his phone is Rocky, which means he will never give up. So I bugged him for a couple of months and said, we got to do something. We got to do something. Let's try something virtual. And we're going to start with our first concert, July 25th.
I said no, by the way, if you remember. I said no. I'm
I
not
know.
ready for this.
And my friend Charlie, who's waiting to come on, also said no. But everybody has gotten a true learning lesson from what we're doing.
Yeah, and the first show is going to be on January 25th.
July 25th.
July 25th, I'm sorry.
So
And it's the
Darlene,
John Fogerty project, and it's
we
the
can talk-
music
we can
of
talk about that
Creedence
in a
Clearwater. We
but
will.
I want to ask Darlene a question.
Yeah, Darren.
How did you come up with the idea of creating a virtual concert?
I'd like to be creative. I come out of the event business as well as the travel industry. And for the past year or so, a lot of the meetings have been going virtual, not only Zoom, but also going into virtual worlds.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had been ill. I had a few surgeries and I was doing a lot of reading, and I kept reading in my trade magazines about these virtual meetings. And I said, there's no reason why we can't put concerts on this way. So
Okay.
I was persistent, and I think that it's going to pay off for us. We're working very hard as a team.
Wait a second. Your first call was to Norman, though?
That's
I've
the
been-
only call anyone should ever make in this business.
I've been working with Norman, putting on shows, promoting with him, and since January.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent.
Actually, we started last year booking the shows, and then we got clobbered.
Yep.
Got quality.
Darlene is like my right arm. She's it. She's too thorough. She's really terrific, and I know that she's got to disappear now. By the way, so let me explain. So Darlene coincidentally knew Charlie, right? And then I got involved in that, and that's how it goes. And I know you got to go to your birthday party now, so we thank you very much for jumping in and saying hi. And now it's Charlie's turn.
Yes.
Okay. Have a great show. Everybody, we look forward to seeing you virtually in the future. Thank you, Darren. Have a good evening, guys.
All right. Thank you, darling. It was nice meeting you.
See you tomorrow.
So Charlie, we're going to talk about Charlie a little bit.
All right, we're going to talk about Charlie a lot. Let me just say to start over, this is the guru. If you are looking for anything, I repeat, anything internet, whether it's a website. Oh, Charlie, explain what you've been doing for us.
Well, I've been, well, first off, thanks for having me on the show tonight, Darren and Norman. And I guess I've been constantly saying, no, we can't do it, and getting beat over the head by Darlene and Norman as to why we can't do it. And one of those things, you wake up one morning and you ask yourself, well, why can't we do it? So for the last probably about 4 years, I've been working on a database model, and we kind of were in a stealth mode. And we put a website platform on top of it. We developed what we call a multi-tenant temporal hypergraph. A little bit too many acronyms there, but
wait. What's temporal hypergraph? What is that?
So it's a data model that I've been thinking about for the last 30 years. And we actively developed it for the last 5 years, but it's multi-tenant, meaning that we can put a lot of clients into one database. It's temporal, meaning that we never delete any data, so we can tell you what was, what is, and what will be. Okay. And it's a hypergraph, so it's based on the same, kind of the same technology, quantum computing, blockchain, artificial intelligence. It's basically just a bunch of parent-child relationships, but set up in a really unique way that you can model just about anything you see in the real world. So okay. That's.
Oh, so let's go back a little bit.
Yeah.
Figure out how you got into that crazy. Okay. Right. So. Right, you're a veteran, war veteran, and we thank you for your service.
Gulf War.
Right.
Yes.
What brand?
Bronze Star.
I was armor, so okay. I had the honor of serving my country and the privilege of leading 15 men in 4 M1A1 Abrams tanks in and the biggest tank battle since World War II. So.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. I mean, again, thank you for your service and stuff. So you were doing that. You were in the service, and you obviously got out of the service.
Yeah. Got it.
And what did you do after that?
Yeah, I got out of the service, then worked as an engineer for American Greetings Corporation, the card company. So worked for them for a bunch of years, 12, I guess, and then got into.
What do they need an engineer for? It's just like folding paper, isn't it?
Yeah, you wouldn't believe what goes into making a greeting card. There's a lot of stuff. I worked in the printing plant. I worked in their distribution facilities.
Did you do the poetry? Did you make all those sayings?
I did not do any. I did not do any poetry. Nobody wants to hear the poems that I would write. So. So then, after that, I started actually investing in a little bit of real estate and went and did that full time, and then got caught up in the whole 2008, 2009 financial crisis and lost everything. But during that whole time, I'd constantly been thinking about this data model and just keep working on it, kept bugging me. So, hey, there's got to be a better way to do this, to skin this cat here. And after 30 years of thinking about it, we spent the last almost 4.5 years actively developing it. And right about the time, so I got to know Darlene. I met her brother at the Daytona 500. We started talking, and that was right about the time we were finishing up the data model and starting to build the website platform on top of it. And I guess the rest is history, as they say. I did a little work with her brother Bobby, got introduced to Darlene, showed her some of the platform that we were trying to develop, and she kept telling me, "Hey, I know I know Norman. Norman does these shows. COVID's hitting us. We've got to do them virtual." I was like, I don't know. I can't do that. We don't have that. But they kept hitting me and hitting me. So one day we said, "Hey, we're going to figure this out," and we did. So we're ready
Let me
to
interrupt you just 1 second.
Yeah.
Charlie, I, and Darlene contacted a number of virtual type companies,
Like
some
Zoom?
major ones. We got some prices, and after we all threw up from the prices that they were asking to go and do these virtual concerts, Charlie says, "I can do that." So he stepped back, develops this proprietary type of system, and which is now everybody can use it through Charlie, and you can do a lot of virtual things plus other things. He's huge in 4D, 5D, 3D, 100D, whatever it is. Man is a monster in his field, absolute monster.
So, but now he knows what to charge for it because he knows.
Yeah. Well, Norman took care of that, so we won't be charging too much.
You're not, in other words, you're not going to get rich on Norman. So.
That's right.
Well, yeah, we're going to get rich, but we're not going to get rich on me. We're going to get rich.
That's right. That's right. But our secret sauce is in that database, right? Because we can do a lot of different things that folks spend a lot of time, effort, and money developing, and we've got that built in at the foundational level. We've created this universal data sentence that we can put a lot of different things on top of.
So what exactly is your business? Okay, so you said last 4.5 years you've been developing stuff, and on your on the survey that you filled out, there was like 5 different businesses, like 6 different businesses listed. What exactly is your business?
So that's a good question. I get asked that a lot. Sometimes my wife even asks me that question. So, my passion is data. So this database is what I love to do. I'm a total data geek, data nerd. And then on top of that database, we've built this website technology, this website platform. So I guess, what is it that I love to do? I love the data. What is it that we do that we're actually going to, earn money off of? We're going to do websites, the typical website, SEO, streaming platform, all of those internet things, but we can do it a lot cheaper and a lot quicker. We also have a team that we work with in the Philippines. So that was another one of the businesses that I had. We were actually, in the beginning, planning to take labor from the Philippines and place those folks in full-time positions with companies in the US. And we kind of turned it on its head. They were going to be developers and support me, and I was going to sell their labor here in the US. And one of the first things that we developed on this platform is what we call yourhealth.solutions. And really, it's a platform for doctors and clinics in the Philippines, right? Everybody else, we're talking about price with Norman, how we're a lot.
So you're really an international company. You're taking this technology and really.
Yeah, we're trying to push it out, and use it to solve, real world problems out there. So, these folks that I've worked with the last 5 or 6 years kind of become my family. And we developed the technology together, and now we're putting this Your Health Solutions on top of it, and we're serving small clinics in the Philippines, but we're able to do it at a price point that nobody else can touch, just because of the technology that we have underneath. We could for everybody else, a website is a bunch of different projects on different servers. For us, a website is just a record in a database, so we can put up a bunch of them very quickly.
I got you.
Question for you.
Well, hold on. Before we do that, I just want to say hello to, I guess, my my niece Heather, right, Norm?
Sure, right.
Who's been on the show, right, and all that other, and Well, her husband, Josh, who is currently serving in the Army, he's a sergeant in the Army. He's actually stationed at Fort Hood right now. I spoke to him on Saturday on 4th of July, and he outed his wife. She doesn't watch us like she used to watch us. He
Really?
watches us every week. So he's on
Really?
right now. I just wanted to say hi, Josh. Thanks for tuning in tonight. We appreciate
Josh, thanks
that.
for your service as well.
Yes. and
Speaking of
thanks
service, what's with all those medals behind you, Charlie? What's up with that?
Oh, that's just I guess that's where they ended up after I got out of the Army. So
God bless you. Let
keep
me ask
them
you a
in there.
question. This is
Yeah.
the question before I was rudely interrupted from Darren.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm
you
good
are-
at that. Go ahead.
your technical background, did you pick any of that up from the service? Or how did you learn what it is? Did you go to school for it when you came out?
I graduated from West Point, and I had a few computer classes and some engine, but I graduated from there as an engineer, and that was that was right at the time computers were starting to come out. I went to college with a Commodore 64, but I always loved it. So I'm self-taught. I never went to school for it. I did take a couple of basic programming courses, but over the years, I basically saw business problems and saw the potential of, computers to solve them. And hey, I need to solve this problem. I've got these tools and resources. I put it together, and then, again, self-taught. I made a lot of mistakes along the way, but I think we're in a really good place now.
Excellent. That's fantastic. Okay, so what I want to ask you next is, why Norman?
It was just fate.
Yeah, but no, I mean,
I was in the right place at the wrong time.
what I mean, and I tease when I say that, not really, but I tease when I say that, not really. But I would say, you're saying you're building databases and you're using it to help people in the Philippines and other areas and really helping that. And then all of a sudden, this is like a kind of flip-flop type of situation, right? Because broadcasting, it's not the same as, or is it?
It is all the same, right? The same technology that we're using to talk to each other right now, that we're using to broadcast this, to host this on the internet. It's all the same behind the scenes. So, once we have the database, then we built the website platform on top of it. It was just another step to put the live streaming in it. So, why Norman? Just fate pushed us together. Met Darlene's brother Bobby, met Darlene, and I'm always trying. I see problems out there, and I wish I didn't have to eat and drink beer, because I would do all of this for free. I mean, I love what I do. I love the data, and I see business problems out there, and I say, hey, I've got this technology, we've got this platform, we got this person. I see patterns, and I love to put patterns, resources, people, technology together to solve a problem. So, I saw that, they were out there. We got hit with COVID. We're planning on some, live shows. I was going to help them out, I guess, with some website marketing on that front. And again, they were just persistent to the point of annoyance that I was like, hey, it's easier just to do it than to hear another question as to why we can't do it. I'm just going to do it.
Well, basically, it was more of an irritation. You want to get rid of
I didn't know Charlie well enough at that time to bug the crap out of him.
Yeah, but now the cat's out of the bag.
Other people.
Yeah.
Now
we had Darlene bug the crap out of you instead.
That's right.
So tell me about the acts. Do they all have to be in the same room? Can you stream them from different places at the same time? How does that work? Is there timing differences?
Yeah. You know what? That's all on on Norman's side, right? He's the producer. So think of me as kind of like the middleman. So he and his team, they go out, they get the talent, they find the acts, and then he's got a videographer. That videographer has the cameras. They have a little iPad, which acts as the control room, and they put out the stream I just catch the stream and then put it back out again, kind of exactly like what we're doing here on Facebook Live, but it'll be within our proprietary platform, in our website, virtualtributeconcerts.com. That's where we'll host it.
I got you.
In regards to Darren's question, I have seen other shows online where people have been in separate rooms. And I want to make this as real and live as possible. And all the shows that we're doing are live. We're using live talent. We're not pre-recording anything. It's going to be out there in one room. All the performers are going to be on all 10 shows that we have booked coming up. We're going to be live and in a studio. We can't be in a venue, but we're going to be in a studio. So I don't know if Darren, if that answers your question.
So you're gonna have them in one place. So you're gonna have the whole band in one place.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
And the first show that you're doing is this John Fogerty cover band.
It's
right?
it's called the John Fogerty Project.
Okay.
And it's the music of Creedence Clearwater Revival.
And you know what?
I'm sorry.
Did you know? I know one of the band members.
No, who do you know?
Stu Kirchin.
Oh, really? Oh, that's good. You know him through Chris. Well, Chris knows him through you.
No, he's in our networking group.
Oh, okay. So also, so that everybody knows, the John Fogerty Project's going to be on our show next week.
Oh, are they?
They're coming on next week. So everyone get ready because you're going to hear some music.
Yeah, it's going to be, I tell you what, it's going to be a lot of fun when they come on. You know, wait a second. They're going to be on next week and then you charge them for a concert that's coming up?
They're not playing their concert. We're going to do a teaser. You know, they're going to give everybody like 10 seconds. Let them like, oh, I like that. I want to hear the rest of the song.
That's it. I gotcha. I see how this goes. So
this it's like when you go into Costco.
Right.
You get a little taste of something that they're offering. You know, oh, this tastes pretty good. I'm going to buy the package.
So we're going to be the Costco of the John Fogerty Project.
I don't know if I'll be the Costco, but you know, we'll be something.
I see what you're doing here. All right. So what I want to do right now, if I could, we do have a commercial for the John Fogerty Project.
Really?
Let me run that commercial. I'm just going to shut your cameras off there for a second, Norm. So we can run this thing and it runs right. And Charlie, I'm going to shut yours off too. And then we'll be right back right after these words from our, I got to share the screen first. Where did it go? Yeah. From the John Fogerty Project. No, we had a little technical difficulty, so we're going to replay that.
I see earthquakes and lightning. I see bad times today. Well, don't go around at night when it's out to take your life. There's a bad one on the right. I hear hurricanes are blowing.
There you go. All right, so we're back. Let me just
great.
Let me invite everybody back in and get you guys back in here. Yeah, I mean they look fantastic. They look absolutely.
So here's what we're going to do. I said that I had a surprise, so this is what we're going to do.
What's the
All
surprise?
the fans of the Business Power Hour with Darren and the Music Man, you can watch this at no charge. You will get a free show from Friend Entertainment USA.
How are you going to do that?
Because everyone that is interested in coming is going to send me an email message to norman@friendentusa.com. And you have until, let's call it, today's Wednesday, you got till Sunday night at 9 p.m. to send me your email message so I can get you that special code that will allow you to watch the show. Now, the beauty of this is that when I send you this code, you can have 100 people in your house. They're all going to be able to watch it through the same code. So Norman at friendentusa.com and or call me at 631-698-9696 and we'll take care of you and hook you up.
All
That's
right.
from us to you.
I put it out there. I put it up on Facebook. I said they got until Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to do it.
I hope you can handle all the rush, Charlie.
That's right. Is that a first, Darren? Norman giving away something for free?
No. He's actually pretty good. He'll
Okay,
he'll
that's
give
good.
away
Darren
tickets.
doesn't pay for his tickets. I guess
I
that's
don't pay
pretty
for
good.
I don't pay for my tickets. So actually, yeah, and some of these groups are just absolutely fantastic. These guys look very good. I really like what I saw just there in a few.
Oh, let me tell you what also Charlie is working on regarding these groups. This is the list of so far of the shows that we have. People have heard me talk.
Why didn't you get me? Like, why didn't you make up a flyer of all the shows?
Yeah, we're going to do that next week, but I
So I
figured we
could-
would
so I
have
could post
commentary tonight and
Okay.
talk about our Brooklyn Legend show, which is going to have our tribute to Barbara Streisand.
Hold on, can I ask you a question?
Go.
Is this listed anywhere? What website can they go to see?
It'll be all posted on the Friend Entertainment page within the next 3-4 days.
Okay, so
Everybody will be posted up there.
Deck
and how to get
friendentertainment.com
information.
USA, right?
Right. That's it.
I want to
Right,
get
so
it out.
in that case, I won't tell everybody about all the different shows coming up because
you
Darren
can-
wants me to post it, which I was going to do anyway. So I will.
No,
do that.
I didn't say don't say it. What I said was I want to put it out there on Facebook,
And I
people
appreciate
know
that.
where to go to look.
Okay, sounds like a good idea. We'll
Now
do that.
tell me about your damn shows.
Barbara Streisand, Barry Manilow, and Neil Diamond, The Legends of Brooklyn. That's going to be coming up in August. And then we got Lynyrd Skynyrd, Chicago, Neil Diamond, Doobie Brothers, John Denver, ABBA, Journey. And those of you that missed my Robin Williams show last year, just make sure that there are no kids listening to this, because when Robin Williams does his nightclub act, it's uncensored. So just keep that in mind. This is not Mork and Mindy. This is
triple
Robin
R-rated
Williams nightclub.
Yeah.
There you
This is
go.
triple R-rated show, right?
That's it. Charlie, how do people get in touch with you? If they want to hire you, how do they reach you? What's the best phone number and or email for them to get you?
Yeah, it's Charlie at admin.solutions, CHARLIE at admin, ADMIN .solutions. There is no .com or anything on the end. It's .solutions. So that's the best way. Call the cell is 772-834-0796.
Can you repeat that number again?
You're gonna have to give me that number again.
Yeah, 772-834-0796.
We're putting it on the internet for you now. So if people would like to talk with you to discuss
great.
some business situations,
Give
that
us
they
a call.
need and compliment you for your service that you've done to this nation, which is really great.
Appreciate
And
it.
also, can you tell people a little bit about that picture of the horse behind you?
That was painted by my daughter. So she,
It looks like my Palomino.
yeah.
Yeah. What's that horse's name? Frisky? Is that
Frisky,
the horse?
yeah.
Frisky the Palomino?
Yeah, actually, Chris rode Frisky.
Oh.
Chris was over the house, and Chris who's working with you guys, Chris Gannon. I do a lot of work with him also. He was over the house, so he wanted to learn how to ride a horse. And Frisky's a miniature horse, so Chris was able to climb up on it.
He's a pony.
he's,
He's a little pony.
he's a little pony. But
Charlie, do you have anything special coming up? Is there any special kind of projects that you're working on that might induce some people to give you a phone call that they were thinking of?
Yeah, well, we got. I'm full time on getting your stuff up right now. But another kind of really neat thing that we're doing is we have these virtual concerts. We developed a a 3D model for Sexy Wings. That's a restaurant concept
Whoa. Sexy. Wait a second.
sexy. Yeah.
I think we're getting a little blue.
Yeah.
Sexy Wings. What is Sexy Wings?
You can go to sexywings.com. It's a restaurant concept that was developed by Darlene's brother Bobby. So that's
What's
the
sexy
first thing.
about a wing?
Well,
Panties on it?
Have you ever
what's the
had them? They're
concept?
so good.
What's the concept, Charlie?
So the concept, it's we're trying to do a kind of an entertainment restaurant venue there. So it's you go there, but we try to do what I call monetizing, not just by selling food and beverages, but by also selling entertainment. So you go there, there's going to be lots of screens, but you can bring your own Netflix account there. There's going to be concerts, pay-per-view concerts, live bands that are there, and you can actually rent a table there. We're going to have an app there, and you're going to be able to rent a table per se through the app. Say, hey, instead of having to go out to lunch, oh, am I going to get a table? You go on there, you say, I want a table. I'm going to pay for it ahead of time. I want a table from, 11:30 to 2:30 because I want to watch the game on the TV there at the booth, or I want to listen to this.
What I remember is when you paid for a table, I used to call that a gentleman's club.
Well,
Sexy Wings.
this is yeah. Well, there's certainly going to be, anybody could be sexy, right? So it's, it's all in your attitude and the way you feel about yourself. And, certainly we're going to have lots of great entertainment there, but it's going to be about the entertainment experience, right? You go there, you're going to eat and going to have great food and beverage, but also you're going to have
so you're going to have the ability to go out
Mhm.
and, say with your friends or your family, go get a table and then put on Netflix and watch what you want to watch.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So you'll be able to do that. You'll be able to, hey, has anybody ever gone out and had dinner and the waiter or the waitress drops off a check, say, hey, no hurry, no rush or whatever, but they're in a hurry and a rush, right? They got to turn that table. You feel guilty. Hey, with our part of the monetization strategy is you don't have to keep eating and drinking until you're, overly full. If you want to stay at that table, there's going to be a kind of an hourly charge there. You can stay there as long as you want. No worries, right? Because that's how we're going to monetize part of it. Right. And like everything, this has kind of been slowed down a bit by COVID. So Norman asked, hey, what do we got special coming up? So part of what we did is we built, and you can see it at sexywings.com, is we actually built a model of the restaurant, of the concept. And you can go in there, and that is actually built on a gaming engine. So our next step is to take that Sexy Wings model and hook it up with the virtual concerts. So you'll actually be able to go to a website and go to that concert virtually inside of a Sexy Wings restaurant. So that's the next latest and greatest thing that we're working on there.
So I guess I'll get another phone call saying, get us some concerts to put into the restaurant.
That's right. That's right. So we're gonna host them in the Sexy Wings. A great way to get people to view the restaurant concept and also see some great entertainment. Hey, we all can't go out and meet together in the real world. Let's go do it virtually.
Now you guys
also, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I mean, you guys have been doing this a long. Well, I know Norman's been doing the concert promotion for a long time. You obviously from a technical standpoint have a really good background and all that. What kind of research, is telling you that this is a great way to go and this is the best way to present this, instead of just throwing something up on YouTube?
The virtual concerts, you mean, or the Sexy Wings concept?
No, the virtual concepts thing. The Sexy Wing, I get. I love that.
Yeah. So and I'm sure Norman's going to have something to add here, but for me, it's not just. I mean, anybody can go out and see something up on YouTube, but it's the same reason people are going to come and watch the business power hour here. There, there's something different about it. There's the entertainment factor. There's the live factor. Hey, you never know what's going to happen, right? This is going to be a live concert. We want people to go out and something a little bit different. You're not just watching another Netflix or YouTube video, and also help support. These musicians are out there. They've got a great story. They got great music, and help support them. Also, they've been affected by it just as much as anybody, right? All their venues have been shut down. They can't do concerts. So, let's do our part and help some of these musicians. Norman's doing his part, giving out free tickets. We'd love to sell a few so we can help support the band and give them something to look forward to here also in these abnormal times that we're living through.
So
the show's not going to be just music. The show's going to be interactive. There are going to be live interviews. There's going to be discussions. There'll be conversation. We're going to be taking questions if people want to talk to any of the performers. They'll send us in an email message or whatever. We will ask the questions.
Is there going to be a chat component to this, Charlie?
Yeah,
we're working on it, but not this show.
Yeah,
okay.
So for future shows, especially once we go into the virtual world, we're going to have a kind of a community component chat. You'll be able to go there with your friends, just like in a regular restaurant. You'll be able to rent a booth too if you want to sit down in a virtual area.
So we can kind of like high five each other and do a virtual high five and all of that.
That's right. You have a screen there in that booth as well, so we can we can push in websites and things right into that.
So wait, you got a screen? You mean the screen where you close off the outside?
No.
That's like
we're not going back to the gentleman's club.
He didn't say curtain, he said screen.
Yeah, there's a video screen that's going to be in each of the booths, so we can pump in some some specific entertainment for folks. Hey, if they want to see. Hey, even if somebody wants to sponsor some things, if somebody wants to sponsor one of Norman's shows in a Sexy Wings, we can put ads for their companies up on those screens.
I was just going to mention that when we talk about a business aspect, it's not just about the show. Hopefully, we're going to have thousands of people that reach into us, and this is going to become a great advertising tool.
Well, I mean, you have any sponsors now?
No, I have to prove myself first. And which is what I always do. There's no reason for anybody to buy advertising from me at the present time until they find out how many people have come and actually visualized one of our shows.
Well, I mean, you may want to, give a break on a first advertiser for the first show to test it out so people can see, hey, your advertisement could look like this.
You mean like one of those companies that you're involved with that might be a very good person to put on the show?
There's a couple of companies I'm involved in that could very well benefit.
Well, I'm thinking about one in particular.
Which one?
He could be universal.
Who could be universal?
This particular client of yours that I'm thinking of.
Client? No, I'm talking about me.
What the heck with you? I'm talking about one of your clients.
I'm talking about getting an advertising thing. Oh, you're talking about the other kid.
Yeah, with you, because you're involved.
Yeah,
Charlie has no idea what we're talking about. I'm trying to get a sponsorship here.
Very good.
Chris and I and one other gentleman started a business together. So Chris Gannon, who I know you're working with. Okay.
Yeah.
But it wasn't Chris that I was thinking of.
Okay, so who are you thinking of then?
360.
Oh, Bookkeeper 360. Yeah, okay.
Bingo.
There's another one. I can talk to him about that.
That would be monster.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll have to have a discussion offline. We're not going to negotiate here.
Well, let's let people see what we do offline. that would make for a great show.
So, Norm, as now, Long Island Today started phase 4, right?
Yes.
And New York phase 4 is basically restaurants can open half capacity,
Correct.
For indoor dining, all that other stuff, which they've already started. Because I was down in Port Jeff over the weekend, and they're already serving people inside, right? So, but a lot of other things are now opening up. Is now with these virtual concerts that are coming, will there be a time where people will actually be able to go to the concert and you'll still be streaming the concert?
Eventually, this is going to end. Hopefully, it's going to end where
Why
everybody can get back to life again. But when you talk about what it is, these businesses can't afford to hire these groups. They can hire an acoustic guitar player, maybe, but they can't hire the full group and get the
No, that's not what I'm
sound.
talking about, Norm. What I'm talking about is that when there's a time you can go and have a concert in a theater like you've always done, right? Will you still virtually broadcast the show for people who can't come to the theater? For people
Don't
who
live in the area.
The answer is yes, which is something that that I've spoken about before COVID.
That's
I
why
was
I
thinking
wanted
of
to
always
use that
finding a
question.
Charlie.
Charlie, see how he follows me, right?
I was never able to find a Charlie that was out there that could go and do what it is that we're talking about. Now I have the engineer and I have the technical person, and the answer would be absolutely yes. What I've also done is I came up with a way for charities. And I just put that together today because I got a phone call today from I forgot the name of the organization offhand. They have their moms that have lost a child in the service.
Okay.
And their Long Island mom something or other, and we network, and I had made her an offer to be on our Give Back Wednesdays.
Oh, okay.
So she called up today and she emailed me, and then I called her and she asked what the deal was, and I explained to her. I said, tune in tonight and watch the show, but she said she had a board meeting tonight and she couldn't do it. But I told her that we're archived, so she can tune in tomorrow, whatever. So I made her a proposition about doing a concert and putting the word out there and getting money, right?
So Charlie, just so you know, our Give Back Wednesday is the last Wednesday of every month. We keep that open for nonprofits and charities and things like that. We bring them on and let them promote themselves. And,
Great.
It's actually my favorite week of the month.
Yeah.
They're called Long Island Blue Star Mothers.
Okay.
Long Island Blue Star Mothers, and people out there, I mean, if you just want to call them up and just look at their website and make a donation, what a worthwhile charity it is. They've gave up a child. To give
that's
them
the
$10,
ultimate
$20.
sacrifice.
Oh, just to let you know, Heather Lee is now watching. I guess Josh told you what I said.
Shamed her. You shamed her.
I love you. I love you.
Hi,
Eileen joined us also. Hi, Eileen.
Hi, Eileen.
Yeah, I mean, look, these are all great things, and this platform can be a tremendous help in all of these areas. And that's what I was getting at, is that even though this came about because of COVID, and this is something that you pushed, Norman, because of COVID, and Charlie jumped on board with it, it doesn't mean it has to end because COVID eventually will end. You know what I mean?
Charlie is so unique in the work that he does. Don't laugh, you really are. He's so unique and professional in what he does, whether COVID's here or not. This man has been successful. He will be more successful, and he should definitely get a phone call from people out there. And what's that number again, Charlie? What's that phone number?
772-834-0796.
There you go.
All right. So, Heather Lee, I love you, and I'm not giving your father a plug. She wants me to plug her father. Charlie, one of the things we didn't touch on, right?
Yeah.
You have a very interesting living arrangement, right? So we know in New York, especially, we get in the Northeast, we get what we call snowbirds. Right? We get people that live in New York in the warm months, and then they go down to
My
Florida
parents.
for the cold months, but you do it a little differently, right?
Yeah.
So tell us about your living arrangement.
So I married my high school sweetheart, who was a Spanish exchange student. So Right now, we live half the year in Madrid, Spain. We have an apartment downtown by the Plaza del Sol, right in the middle, and then we live half the year in the U.S. My
Do you
kids
speak
are.
Spanish?
I speak enough. I'm not going to win any grammatical awards or anything, but I certainly know when they're talking about me, and I can certainly order a beer. So we're good to go.
You can order
Even
a
I
Big
can
Mac
do
at
that.
McDonald's too.
Yeah.
What
So
do
yeah,
they call a Big Mac in Spain?
the Big Mac. Yeah, no, it's I try to stay away from when I'm in the US, I eat American. When I'm in Spain, I eat Spanish. There's literally 300 bars and restaurants within a half a mile of where we live when I'm in Spain. So lots of different options there.
I don't want to put you on the spot, but is your
Yeah.
wife a good cook?
Yeah, my wife is a great cook. Yeah.
That's
So
good.
she will
Listen
say
to me. We know she's sitting in the room with him. Do you think he's going to give any other answer than my wife is a
That's
great
right.
cook?
Yeah, so so when we're in the U.S. though, we go around. We live in an RV, so we live in basically a big bus.
So
Because
when you come to the U.S., do you travel and show her the different parts of the country? And
yeah, well, she's lived here. We lived in Kentucky together for 18 years. That's where we raised our kids in Kentucky. And then we just recently moved back to Spain. Kind of a funny story because I was diagnosed a few years back with bladder cancer, and before that, kind of lost everything during the financial crisis, and was a veteran. And when we lost everything, we couldn't get health insurance in the U.S. And part of the reason I had to move back to Spain was because we had some pre-existing conditions. I had to move back to Spain just to get some health coverage. So it was kind of gives you a sad feeling. You go out and kind of fight for your country, and then you got to leave it and it's not like I didn't want to pay for it. It's just we couldn't even get it because of pre-existing conditions. So that's something you don't think about it till you're in that position.
And the VA wouldn't help.
You know what? I didn't know that I had coverage to the VA. It's not like when you get out of the Army, they say, "Hey, go to the VA." Every Gulf War, and I would encourage every Gulf War era veteran, go to the VA, go there today, sign up, get your name on the list, whether you use it or not. That is, that's something that you've earned, something you have a right to, and you never know when you're going to need it. I've been happy with the VA care. The other thing, I'll just public service announcements. If you ever start urinating blood, get it checked out. Don't wait 3 or 4 years like I did.
Don't rely on what you hear on the internet, right?
That's right. Don't self-diagnose on Google. Even if you don't have health insurance, get it checked out. I got lucky.
Yeah.
Let's also give a shout out. I'm going to give a shout out to a couple of people that you're involved with. Jenna, Gio, and your son Alex. I think they're all tuned in tonight watching you.
Oh, great. Yeah, that's I call it the adhocracy. I don't know that I can claim to have invented that term, but that's the way. Instead of the bureaucracy, we're the adhocracy. We're an ad hoc little group that gets together and solves these real world problems. So yeah. So you got Jenna in Barcelona, Gio's in the Philippines, Alex is down in Florida, we're in New Jersey. So we're all over the world.
You got it covered.
How do you get connected like that when you got people all over the world? How do you get connected?
All internet.
Find each other?
Yeah. So we, before I did, before I met up with Norman, one of the things that we were doing is we actually had folks I had a partner that opened up an accounting office down in the Philippines, and we started a business together and started hiring some of those folks to help with our business. So we were working remotely before working remotely was cool. So we've been doing it for probably about the last 7 years, and we mostly were selling labor from the Philippines into the U.S. market. But once we developed this platform, I give them a hard time in the Philippines because I said, "Hey, you guys were initially supposed to be supporting me. Now I'm supporting you," because they're actually developing and marketing this platform, yourhealth.solutions down in the Philippines. So yeah, that's my job. As I got Norman on one side, and then I got my guys in the Philippines that we're developing this platform for, and it's something we feel good about too, because we're able to do it at a very, very low price point and help. They've got the same issues with COVID. They have triage issues when they're coming into the clinic, so we enable them to have a website and fill out the form online, so less personal contact and a little bit more efficient.
Now, that's the reason why I mentioned 360. I knew about the accounting.
Oh, okay. Now I got it. Yeah.
So now that was the hook. So there's experience here.
I gotcha. All right. So yeah, we can definitely. Yeah, I know you're always thinking, Norm. Norm's he's always connecting the dots.
I always connect people. And I'm known for that. You need something, you call me, and I get it for you. But we're coming to a wrap up, Charlie.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed yourself.
I had a great time.
I thank you for being on. I thank you for all the work that you're doing for us. And again, a shout out to everybody. Free ticket, free code. Get in touch with Norman at friendentusa.com or 631-698-9696, and we will get you that code number and hook you up.
All right. So what we're gonna do, Charlie, right now, I'm just gonna take your camera off. Norm and I are gonna wrap up.
Hang in there.
Just stick around for a few minutes, and then we'll be right back. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right.
Isn't
All right,
he
my friend.
Isn't he a terrific guy?
What a tremendous guy.
What a
Absolutely tremendous.
West Point. Now, we didn't address the fact that he was also a disabled vet.
Right. We
He
didn't.
got out. I didn't ask what it was, but none of my business. But he's if people could read the story that he wrote us about the tanks and what he went through and pulling a guy to safety and all that stuff, that's why he got the Bronze Star, I guess, and all those other medals.
We can have him on another show, but it goes, you know what? That goes, you remember the Medicare Mike show?
Right.
that
Yeah,
we
that's
had the
perfect.
vets on?
Yeah.
And they were talking about how the majority of the vets don't know that they can go to the VA. And why, you know what I mean? It's like, why aren't they told when they're being discharged that they have these benefits? That infuriates me. It
should infuriate everybody.
And then, like he said, you know what? He put his life on the line for our country, and we're treating him like garbage.
Yeah.
So anyway.
And he really did. Again, I mean, that history that he wrote was like, it could make a movie.
Listen,
was-
they all do, especially in this day and age. All of
Yeah.
our, even now here at home, soldiers have to be careful walking around because you got these lunatics, attacking them because they just want to fight authority. It's crazy. It is.
We thank
absolutely
everybody
crazy.
again for tuning in tonight and listening to us. Next week, we're going to have the John Fogerty project.
Right. And we'll,
on.
and what I'm going to do is I'm going to play their commercial on our way out here.
Great.
All right.
Sounds like a plan. I hope everybody has a good week. Stay safe. And we will see you next week.
Yeah, guys, have a safe week. Again, look, COVID's not over. Just because Long Island is in phase 4 and, you see it all around the country, still wear
we don't want to go back.
Still wear your face mask when you're out there. It's the safest thing to do.
God bless everybody. Have a safe week.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Good night, everyone.
Hold on. I got to share this.